covered the initial lot preparation, our grading, and then our concrete footing layout. We're doing a little bit of layout here still. They're finishing up, but the excavator is on site, and they've already wetted down the lot. They brought in the water truck from across the street. I had the guy come in and water down the lot. The reason for that is to reduce any kind of dust. We are in an area that requires a dust control permit for the size of the house that we're building, and part of that is making sure that, especially when it's windy, I don't know if you saw there with the flag, that we keep the dust down when we're doing excavation. The excavators from Master Trenching did a real nice job. It's really kind of interesting nowadays. The backhoes are, there's a lot of technological advances, and they can set the buckets to dig exactly 16 inches or 24 inches or whatever your footing is. The buckets, of course, you can go ahead and change the bucket to whatever the width of the footing is to make sure you're getting the exact width of the footing that's required by the drawings. And so that's what you're seeing here. All the footings came out exactly at 16 inches deep or 18 inches deep. I'd have to look at the specs exactly what we needed them to be. But very smooth operating system. The excavator's getting that done real quickly. I believe it took 2 days, and this house was enormous. Actually, it took 1 full day, and then the first day, they didn't get started till later on because they started the same day as the layout. So they started in the early afternoon, and then the next day they came in and finished up. You see there that they had some piers that were dug. The piers on the house ran from 2 foot by 2 foot on up to 5 foot by 5 foot. We have our dust control permit there, contact information, when it expires. So we have a year to get the project done, or we're going to have to reapply for a dust control permit. And I believe the same applies to the building permit. You would have to check in your municipality to make sure what's required there. We're jumping ahead to the next day. It's all complete. This is the initial footing excavation. We do have interior footings that are hand dug by the CSI concrete crews. In addition, these particular footings are going to be cleaned out by guys with shovels. They're going to make sure, and it's going to be a constant process as they put up forms, they prepare the pad, they bring in the sand and the underlayment, and they do the reinforcement. They're going to be constantly cleaning out these footings to make sure that they're clean and ready to go for inspection. So what you're seeing is the complexity of this particular house. It's not a square for sure. It's got 2 major garages and then basically wings of the house. We do have some interesting things such as the lowered theater. Now this might apply to your house if you do have a theater, but of course if you have a sunken living room, very often that's what's done, is that you go from a slab to a lower slab. We are going to have a raised office, and it's going to be poured in place 18 inches above the rest of the slab, and that hasn't been dug yet. That's one of those things that's going to be dug after the fact. They're going to bring in additional material and raise it up, and it's going to be very interesting. We'll see that in upcoming videos as that comes to fruition. So step 4 in the building process, our initial footing excavation is complete. Our next step will be to set forms, and CSI Concrete will be coming in to do that. I'm editing that video as we speak, so come on back to ownerbuilderonline.com.